Yeah?
Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes?
Let us end this!
Oh? They'll fall by my hand.
Happy to oblige.
What for, Cap? Watch me work.
Yes?
Yeah?
Here we go.
Oh?
Finish them!
Aye?
Mm-hmm.
Arthek Worthen Roth. I'll light the darkness.
Yeah?
Right on target.
Aye.
Yes?
Very well.
How may I help?
Lavaru beyond sick.
Happy to oblige.
Hmm?
Stay behind me.
Captain. I'll be more than half handy, aye?
Hmm? Yes?
Yes?
That order's too tall.
I shall. As you like.
Dimming the lantern. careful.
Hmm? I got it. I could go for some shut-eye about now. Take a gander over there. What do you need? Keeping an eye out. Sure. Hey, what do you need? Yeah? Well, that could have gone better. A quick rest would help, if you don't mind. Hey, watch out.
How may I help?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? How may I help?
Yes. Indeed.
What for, Cap?
Hmm? Yes?
What can I do you for?
Moed exceed honor.
Aye. Nightcap.
Oh.
Proacten.
Hmm? Yes? That looks complicated.
Captain.
That's not very helpful.
Finish
Yeah?
them!
Mo, Ixie, Honor.
Yes?
Yes.
Captain. Be blowing a man down of attack, Cap.
There's dignity in death. Glory be to
How
God!
may I help?
Yes?
Oh, indeed.
What can I do you for?
Lavaru be on seek.
What do you need?
Arthek Worthen Roth.
Oh?
Proacted!
How may I help?
Lavaru beyond seek.
What do you need?
Aye. Be blowing a man down. Another attack, Cap.
this! This thing isn't doing the job.
Aye.
Wish I could have done something.
Yes?
Oh, indeed.
Yes?
Lava beyond seek.
Wish I could have done something. Stay behind me. This thing isn't doing the job.
What for, Cap?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Happy to oblige.
Let's reap this whirlwind.
What for, Cap?
Hey.
Very well.
How may I help?
I shall. As you like.
Let's take a look.
By decree of the Queen that was and the will of the Steel Garrote, you will meet justice. Kneel, Oswald, and be tried for your crimes.
Wait! I can pay you. I can make you all rich. Just Just let me go.
Your bribes fall on deaf ears,
Need
Oathbreaker.
I remind
we
you
seek
of what
only
happened the
to
last
exact
time we
Wodaka's
interrupted
justice.
a trial?
What? But I didn't do anything.
You stand accused of the crime of oath-breaking. What say you?
I haven't broken any oaths. I swear. You have the wrong man.
Did you not betray Adir, your country of birth, during the War of Defiance?
What? But that was over 150 years ago.
Then you freely admit your crime.
No, it's not what you think. Duke Hadred, he forced me. I had no choice.
You intrude on the deliberations of the Court of Wodaka, outsider. Choose your next actions carefully, lest the queen that was turn her gaze to you as well.
Oh, thank the gods, please. Get me out of here. They're mad. They're all mad. They mean to put me on trial for oath-breaking of all things. They say I betrayed the Adiran Empire, but I haven't been back there in over 100 years.
Be silent, or I will make you so. State your purpose now, or die with him. Explain. Ah, the Watcher of Cadnua graces our presence. Your deeds are well known to this court. Those that attempt to lie to me find I am not easily fooled. Tell me, Watcher, how many of these souls do you claim were innocent? Even should you speak truthfully, you must see the wisdom of these proceedings. Imagine the greater good achieved by dispensing the reckoning this filth deserves. Would you prefer these monsters walk free at the expense of the truly innocent?
Who holds the Lord accountable for abuses against his people? Who hunts the fugitive who betrayed her neighbor's trust? This court's methods may not be perfect, but if they can bring justice to those who evade it, then we shouldn't stand in their way.
What?
A wise decision. Even a broke swindler such as Oswald must meet the proper punishment. We cannot allow lawlessness a foot in the door, no matter how minor, lest we are overtaken by it. Oswald of Adir, you have been found guilty of oath-breaking and treason, crimes punishable by death. Under the gaze of Wodaka, the moment of your justice is at hand. Go in peace, and take this as a reward for your faith. But be warned, you return to this sacred court on pain of death. May the queen...
you're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers, too.
I'm the harbor master, Kaoha. I must ask your reason for docking in Neketaka. Yeah, you do need to see someone, truly. I think it's the animancers in the spire you're looking for. To help with your head.
Show them. Show them what you are.
I've heard enough. There's no room for you in Neketaka Harbor. Get back on your ship and head back to open sea.
I will help you.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it!
So much for discretion.
I shall make it so.
It is not as easy as it seems to turn a profit in Neketaka, but there is opportunity.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? If you have a frame, I can fit cloth to it without fuss. Take your time. I'll give you space to brush.
Oh, I'll give her a bad rap.
Watcher. Tiverus. Is it really you?
Hey, I know those feathers. Pallegina.
It's been ages. But what's happened to your armor?
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Know this last Cap? Oh, weren't aware you favoured feathers.
I'm sure that even at Cadnoir, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics. The Republic survived. That is the most important thing. And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference. No. No company associated with the Dukes will employ me now. I get by working as a ship guard. At least I can be among my people, even if they look down on me. I suppose I should not be surprised, considering all we went through. But no, I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up dead. Caress, Watcher.
Smooth, Cap. Like barnacles.
Ah, a new face in the Valera halls. Not every family in the Deadfire controls the very flow of currency. My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it. What can I do for you? Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
A new face to the Valera halls. And aren't we all so excited to see you? I always make time for chatter. Say what you will. Is drama an acceptable answer? I make sure the wine cellar is stocked, and that sons and daughters alike know how to carry a blade.
Oh, now I've dreamed of this place.
Where is my postinago of a brother? You there? Have you seen Laro Badato?
Gone shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair, that thy path shall be made
Madiko,
clear.
where is that spoiled brat? I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and it's a heavy burden. Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Engbert would have tanned my hide.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide. The spirit magnet? Sientere, that I did not recognize you. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other. Mother's bank commands the wealth of the Deadfire campaign. Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble. I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valero rats. The Valeras, a brood of sea vermin playing at nobility. We squabble and compete, but Laro, the Pastinago, takes it too far. It's Sally Bardato. The Valiant Trading Company leans on her to finance their mission. If only more of her offspring were as accomplished. Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return. Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
He has a noise
Well
at
met,
the palace.
stranger.
Blaming the Valiant.
Akira, but isn't this district a fine place? I am not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, I had a respectable job at the Luminous Bathhouse. Now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out, and I must return to the Roparu as a pauper. Akira, you want to follow the road north, up the mountain, always climbing. It is the highest point in the city.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war. Merla, how is every ship hunter taken?
and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend. Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you like?
Do you enjoy coin, my
Now,
friend? Can you
You're
lift a
in
sword?
luck, friend. The Wild Mare employs a number of courtesans skilled in satisfying a wide range of tastes and interests. You'll find them upstairs. They handle their own coin too, so no need to go through me. Be seeing you.
My one solace from the tedious
Hello,
bureaucracy.
my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually. Que? No, you mistake me. I am not one of the courtesans. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Huck? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Huck? I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for... Thousand times I practiced my speech. Merda. Never did it go this poorly. I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them. No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Huck. You will take the job? You will take the job. Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then. I will start you on Meriel, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Maje and heading west of Maje Island.
I wonder what this is.
See something you like? Aloth, this is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
This is Ymir, an old friend from my academy days.
It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
It was lovely seeing you. Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable. I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. Ah, the money-minded type. I've always found fiscal responsibility very attractive. My time will cost you 150 copper, friend.
I feel like I should have a problem with this, but mostly I just kind of want to see where this goes.
Follow me, then. I wouldn't mind seeing you again, so long as you come with coin.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber. It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure. My troop were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences. The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. Have you come to hear some verse? Farewell.
You want to speak with me? You do it in my room.
Yes, certainly.
Shh. Keep your voices down, my cullies. You want something?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Follower of the light?
Light? Oh, you mean... well, depends on what you mean by follow.
Maybe you heard earlier? I follow Aethys too. Mostly, in a way. I mean, I am a child of the Dawn Stars, even if firstly I'm a Gonite.
That's good, I guess. For you.
Oh, maybe you don't want to talk about it. That's all right. Surely, some...
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. It's about Shodi. She means well. I can see that. And she's spirited, and if I was still young and didn't know the things I know, it'd be different. But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I don't know how to talk to someone like that. Not these days. I get why she's like that. And I was there once, long time back. But it's 'cause of that I can't see a way to respect it. I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better. It doesn't seem like she's any different than what she shows. Same thing, really. That's just her trying to find a way to worship Aethys that makes sense to her. I guess that sounds familiar now that you mention it.
As you like.
If you are here about the taxes, tell the Queen... Oh, you are not the tax collector. What business brings you to my mill? Okay? You go around asking just anyone in Queensbirth personal questions, maybe you end up dead in a ditch. Have caution, eh? Lucky for you, I am a woman of honor. I direct luminous milling for the Valian Trading Company. It's a nice job, huh? And I'm quite good at it. You want to know more? Buy me a drink first, per guano. We mill luminous, of course. Take big chunks, break into smaller chunks, crush into dust-sized chunks. Per con plank and net, it is really not so complicated. Good day.
When I was little, me and my brothers used to spend hours chasing each other. Blackberry fields. Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Well, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you? Either way, I bet he's just as strapping.
Older. Was older. Then Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, I didn't... I mean, of course, that's gone, but I'm so sorry.
Have yourself a look at that, mate.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face. How might I assist you? Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And my commission rates are quite generous. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself, but I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see. I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. Excuse my nattering on, won't you? Certainly, certainly. It would be my pleasure. Of course, it's mostly books and knickknacks. Maps I do on commission, you see. How might I assist you? Certainly, how might I assist you? Sometimes. Married to the work, you know? I just get so engrossed in my maps. And next I know, it's morning. Sharing a bed with a few maps is a good sight better than sharing with Caleb, I'll tell you that. He always hogs the blankets. I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. The Explorers Club will go mad for it. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered fair recompense. I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire. Someday. Do you mean it? This is... wow! I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters. Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. Nothing will stop us. I mean, you. The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, Aimika. You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island? I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Mage. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh, this will be wonderful. Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you? You think so? He is a magnificent beast, isn't he? He's been a bit low lately. Between you and me, I think he's heartsick for the sea.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about luminous Adra.
A giant made of luminous Adra.
Adair, I get the feeling you don't like me much. Was it something I said? I think it was something I said.
No, it's not, you're not doing anything wrong, exactly.
Really? I mean, you tell me if you had a problem, right? If I'd bothered you this whole time?
It's nothing personal. I just don't think we need to be talking is all.
Oh, well, thanks for clearing that up.
To whispers and shadows.
Why, hello. Could Steely at your service. Aren't you just something? I can tell that you're new to the Deadfire. Maybe you're still getting your bearings? Some of my herbs can help with seasickness or worse afflictions. It's nothing personal. You just have that taking everything in look about you. Give it time. It'll pass.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's what you're after. Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a florist. I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. It's ostentatious, really. Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Pariki's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers that the Huana are ready for the world at large. Welcome back, stranger. If... I sure do like it.
This is why wizards get a bad reputation.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Berteno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Madiko! That flaccid Batso!
Imp,
You had none of that, Ak? That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fascina. Ah, very funny. Berteno just took Rokawu's fingers, which is no joke to me. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves. Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Archimede's grimoire if you're that curious. He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stoneheel. By all accounts, a deadly serious man. You do not know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow. Not that it's any of your business, but Berteno used to spend a lot of late nights here. I got into the construct's guts and marked off Berteno as a safe visitor so they would not attack him. And before you ask, no, I will never do this again. You will? If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps. You look capable. While I am stuck behind this counter, I am in no position to refuse help. A discount goes without saying. You're saving me a world of trouble by doing this. Thank you. I do not know where Berteno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks. Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Berteno wouldn't be so panicked.
Shop imp, greetings. Buy something. It's not hostile. It's just imp. Is imp and is sad. Fasina spends too much time away from shop, leaving me to fend for self. His bad enough master won't let me leave stupid shop. She hates her work, hates Archimere, hates me. Reason enough. Imp's complicated. Kids think we have two big emotions, angry and happy. But Kith can't smell imp spray. Jovial spray, melancholy spray, creative spray, imp spray all over everything. Go on, I don't care.
You must gather your party.
That's unusual.
You have no right to interfere in Rauatai's business. I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Archimere cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rauatai in diplomacy, Rauza Nui has bigger problems.
If you've come to see Archimere, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business. The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rawatai. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both. Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
A spellcaster, and a damn good one, specializes in hexes and illusions. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the Queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Archimere could be drinking Kawiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Archimere time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Archimere? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island. For me, I could use a reprieve. Ah, these are frustrating times we live in. What say? There's always Facina, Archimere's apprentice. No love lost there if whispers are true. Archimere seems to enrage those of his inner circle, not excluding the imps. Akira, I say the relevance of the Harapo epic can't be overstated. It could prove a touchstone for the Huana. It could even... Sorry, you go ahead. It is important to all who call the Deadfire home. I only tell you this because I know you can be trusted. The epic is supposed to contain information on Ukaizo. Nothing as dramatic as a set of coordinates, but anything helps. Stories are also important to the Huana. Much of who we are is still missing. The story could speak to the values and beliefs of our ancestors. The language structure, narrative voice, and use of metaphor can tell us something about the time of its inscription. We could even... I've lost you, haven't I? Akira, I tend to go on. Akira, from the Journal of Rakua, an explorer who found the tablet on a remote island some 20 years ago. Unfortunately for Rakua, the most we found of her was her journal among the flotsam of a shipwreck. They think the tablet can show them... well, the way to Ukaizo. Akira, it's a mythical island, but that isn't stopping any of us from rushing to claim it first. Akira, the pleasure is mine.
Did the Queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Aruihi run so fast.
Do you think the Audra Colossus would come here next?
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain. What you want? Our Arkemir doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid tablet. But Arkemir not home. So worthless idiot watches the ships come in, looks at all the tasty gulls. How often you beat your crew, huh? No beatings? None? I join crew? I join crew!
Tekehu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
Guildmaster, be reasonable. I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool.
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rakuhu's bowels.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
Ikera, the significance is clearer to some than others.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
Ugh, insufferable. It is not every day that I see a stranger face than mine in this part of town. Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say. Oh, take care. Flattery is my first language. It is because I am a godlike, kissed by the fish goddess at birth. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Huana, and apparently I am too. Savior to the tribes. The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse? The guild can wait until I am good and ready to return. A watcher? And here I am, used to being the freak of Pariki's Overlook. What does a watcher do? Ikera, just so. I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist. My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy, to brew ink and sort parchment. The tide brings unexpected gifts. You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Adra Colossus reach my ears. And louder whispers of a corpse who follows him. What will you do when you catch up to this walking god? They will, I say, have bickering thoughts on the matter. If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship. Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
Always worth suspecting the captain be drawn to the blue and the beautiful. Welcome aboard, lad.
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way. A fair warning, Captain. Ngati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion. Ikera, I look forward to teaching you. I say you will learn, in time.
Farewell and fair winds to you.
If you want for company, look no further.
A life without friction or challenge has left the boy in need of guidance. He thinks himself frail, but my heart beats in his chest. He is stronger than either of you could know.
Captain, what say? You look a little blue about the gills. Ngati spoke to you. Ha! To leave her son guessing. This is my tricksome mother through and through. What mother doesn't? You must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens. Akira, but send her my fondest wishes. The Kahanga are my tribe, but my people settled on Atua, an island too modest to deserve the attention of maps. My mortal mother tans boar hides. My father trades in the abundance of pearls and opals Atua is blessed to provide. When I was born, Father called me his blue topaz boy. This I cannot do.
I shall be discreet.
You return. What say, friend?
Hold a moment. You may visit the palace and its shrine, but be warned. The Queen meets with trading company Vipers. Take care you are not bitten. Mere words. You will find her in her throne room through the door behind me. Inform the guards of your purpose. Whether the Queen will hear you above the baying of her guests is another matter.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
I say our guest forgets himself.
Brother, stand down. You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us. An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen. Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves. This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
One of our busiest ports. Much of the food we send to Rawatai passes through Hasongo. I take it from your question that you are not here to enlighten us about Hasongo.
I know this one. Her parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's Birth.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one, it'll be too late.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawnstar Dreamers.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court. The Lady of Doors must have great confidence in you. Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain, a fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire? How resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy. I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hasongo. Set sail to the west of Nekataka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Only that Hasongo is a Rawatayan outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
Ma'am?
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
Ak, perfecto. Do you mean to stop Iotas by shooting him? Seri Palagina will go with the Watcher, show her how the Republic's handled things.
Your Excellency, Palagina Messerai has been banished? She has been seen in Queen's Berth. I can have a report to headquarters.
You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours.
Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off a Green Boy's nose.
You're making a mistake, Watcher. In times like these, trustworthy allies are the most valuable asset of all.
Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place eventually. In the meantime, Watcher, I hope you'll meet me in the Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss among friendlier company.
I believe we are finished here. Are we? Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. Your allies will use you toward any end. Do not give your trust lightly.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else. Let's speak. While we have the chance. Your coming is a favorable omen already. Nonsense. How else do the gods whisper in our ear? You happen by a time when our rivals bicker and tear at each other's throats, bringing Gatis chosen on your trek up the mountain. It does not take a priest to see how the gods send us an outsider to dig under the skin of our enemies. Save your manners for my sister. Kohopa fashioned me for the arena, not the court. I will not paddle around the island. My sister wants to know if you are as useful as you are disruptive. She trusts me to judge this. You did not come this far to serve the crown, I say. But sailing is an expensive hobby. Loyal service can keep your galley stocked. Ikera, to patch a hull or stitch a sail is costly when supplies come from distant islands. The city has honest work for those in need, I say, and insists that everyone carry a heavy purse. My sister keeps a tight grip on the kataka, but the filth of it drips down her palm and into the gullet. Under our noses, I say, do foreigners smuggle contraband and pay the Rapau for their silence. Take this if you need proof. Ikera, you are sharper than my guards for knowing this, I say. An envoy ship sank a day's voyage out of Nekataka. He wore that on his breast. My guards recovered it in a raid of the gullet. This confirms my suspicion. Nekataka has a pirate problem. Smugglers and thieves cluster like rats in Delver's Row, a growth in the bowels of our city. I want someone to peddle the medallion to the black market, earn the trust of these pirates, and learn how supplies come into my city. Yours is not a face that others will recognize. Let no one learn that you work for the crown. Naturally, you will want to take Ngati's chosen with you.
Me? For what does the lower city need an artist?
You mistake me, I say. I send you because of the missive you delivered to my sister.
Akira, I did not realize. Better if we discuss it on our way down the mountain.
Be on your guard in the gullet. I fear the caverns run deeper than even Ngati could guess.
What do you need of me? Well? I suppose it is. Are you familiar with the shield bearers of St. Elka? We are a paladin order. The order began as guards for Elka, a noblewoman emissary of Kulkin, who bartered for peace with the kingdom of Vadir. The Order's founders were forbidden to bring weapons to the meeting, and she was attacked. With only their shields to aid them, they fought off her attackers and brought her to safety. She later died of her wounds, and the shield bearers of St. Elka were born in her memory. I am the son of a disgraced noble family. My father and brothers were executed for treason when I was a boy. Rightfully so, I must add. And my mother, sister, and I were thrown out on the street. All we had to our names was a trunk full of heirlooms. One of them was this suit of armor, which belonged to my eldest brother. Now I endeavor to live up to its promise and redeem my family's honor. That's the long and short of it, really. Well, you would need to become a shield bearer yourself to really learn it all, but I suppose I can teach you a thing or two as we stand here. The privilege will run you 3,000 copper, however. As you like.
He pays coin to feed the great eel.
As you like.
He smells one touched by the great eel, does Barati. You are a woman who sits across a fire with death. Akira. For glutting mighty Tangaloa and hurling foes into their next life, Barati can offer payment. Coins for feeding hungry gods. Akira, rewarding those who appease the great eel. This is Barati's cause. May the beasts of the Dreaming Lands never know famine. Tangaloa rolls a hungry eye toward Dichila, a Valian captain who scouts for luminous Adra in sacred lands. Akira, Tangaloa knew it would be so. Dichila sails her voyager Alicio around the waters south of Nikitaka. The great eel hungers for her soul.
You songwriters need a guild if you hope to learn discipline.
Not so. We speak in the tongue of Ngati and Amira. You're...
I shall make it so.
What do you need? Hey. I got it. Can I ask you something personal?
Makera, do not hold back, my friend.
You sure? Sometimes I ask things to get people riled up without meaning to.
Well, if it riles me up, then I say you have my undivided attention.
All right. Is there any kind of ocean critter I shouldn't be eating in front of you?
Tekehu, would you mind terribly if I touched your hair?
Of course not. Only touch gently, and they will return the favor.
Huh. That's what Angwer said when we were necking in the Merkberries.